Hi, I'm David Council from Inferno Marketing and Design, and this is Insider Marketing Secrets. Now, in a moment, I'm going to talk about ways to drive people to your Facebook site. It's one of the questions that we get asked more often than just about anything else. But before I do that, let me remind you about referrals. We are always looking for new people to talk to about marketing. And if you know someone who could use our help when it comes to marketing, then please put us in touch with them or them in touch with us. There's no pressure, there's no high-pitched sale, and if we can help them out, we certainly will. And don't forget, if you put us in touch with somebody, we will send you a bottle of fantastic Tassie wine. That's our thank you to you for helping us out. Okay, so let's talk about ways to drive more traffic to your Facebook site. Seriously, lots and lots of people ask us about this. Now, a word that you're going to need to remember is content marketing. It's going to come up a lot. This is where you take the knowledge that you have about your business, your products, your service, and put it to good use. Let's look at step one first. We're getting a bit ahead of ourselves. Make sure you've got a steady stream of shareable content on your website. Yep, content marketing. You see, if you put that information onto your website, you can then share it out through Facebook. Remember, Facebook is not the be-all and end-all. It's just another piece of social media. It's a medium to get people back to your website. Your website should be the container where all of that knowledge is kept. After all, that's the bit that you actually own. You don't own your Facebook site. Facebook does. Now, when you are looking for ways to add new content to your Facebook page, then here's a couple of ideas. Post a weekly tip about your business or your service. You know, something that's unique about your business. It doesn't have to be very long. A paragraph or two will do. A nice photo would also do. You could perhaps even start with some frequently asked questions that come from your customers. And you don't have to do a survey to find out what those questions are. People come into your business every day and ask those questions. As I just mentioned, you could also post a weekly news bite with a photo. Photos are really important when it comes to getting the message to cut through on Facebook. In fact, pictures will get your Facebook post through to more people than if you just put text up. And remember, people are interested in what's happening in your business. Don't just put up specials. Honestly, that's just about saying, buy me, buy me, buy me. And that's something that will get you negative attention when it comes to your Facebook page. You could also put together a list of top 10 articles. So things that people are writing about the sort of products and services that your business supplies, so that you don't have to write them. You can just, bring them together in a digest and then publish them out. That's a great way to do it. Or you could also interview someone from your office, or for that matter, from your industry or suppliers. Remember, the knowledge that you take for granted, that you've built up in your business, it's just invaluable. And your customers don't know it. And by sharing that knowledge with them, you're not giving away the secret sauce. What you're doing is becoming an integral part of that customer's life and tying them back to your business. Now, the second thing that you should do is make it really easy to share your content to your Facebook on your website. And one of the really, really simple ways to do that is get a plugin for your blog page, which is the easiest way to share this information out. You see, if you publish this information on a blog page, you can have it so that it automatically pushes out to Facebook. But at the very bottom of that page, you should have the little plugins that say, share this content to Twitter, share this content to Pinterest or any other social media. If you get it shared, that way it's getting out to a larger group of people that your customers know, and that's the multiplier you're after. They say that every person on Facebook has about 250 odd friends. Well, if you can get that sharing going on, you're really multiplying that message getting out there. And that's the old-fashioned power of word of mouth taken through into today's modern age. Now, another thing that you should do is optimize your Facebook posts. By optimizing, what I'm talking about is making sure that you do things like I mentioned before, adding photos to your post, because that helps Facebook. Facebook loves photos more than it loves text, and it certainly loves that a lot more than just having a link. But it's also, making sure that you do things that will allow the Facebook algorithm to recognize your post as being more valuable to your customers. It's a bit like Google. Google values the way that you answer questions when it comes to searching. Well, it's similar for Facebook. So you've really got to optimize the content that actually goes into your posts for your Facebook posting. Gee, that's a long way around saying just make sure that you put the right information in there. Number 4, the other thing that you should do is optimize other places on Facebook to add links to your website. Remember, after all, what you want to do is make it easy for people to get from your Facebook post back to your website. So don't forget to include some mechanism for that happening. Now, as I mentioned before, if you just put a link in, that's better than nothing at all. But Facebook doesn't like that as much. So sometimes it's better to place that link in to a word or to a picture or for that matter through a video so that it comes back to your website and you can get that additional traction out of having that Facebook post. Because remember, that's the key thing. That really is the key thing. You want to get them off Facebook and back to your website. And the 5th way to make sure that you get traffic from your Facebook page to your website is advertise. That's right. Remember, Facebook is just like any other advertising medium, like a radio ad or a television station or a newspaper. You can advertise. You can promote a post. You can promote your page. You can promote a whole heap of things through Facebook, and it allows you to do what's called geotagging. So you don't have to advertise and then let everybody in the world see your Facebook post if you don't want to. You can tag it so that only people in a particular area can see it. You may want, for example, only people to see the post who are within 50 kilometers of your business. And that way, if they're on a mobile device or they're looking at it on a computer, they will see it. You can also establish the age range people are when it comes to, seeing your post. So, if it's useless for people under 18 to see it, just tag them out. The other thing that you can do as well is choose whether you want all sexes to see it, men only to see it, or women only to see it. So these are important things. And you can also narrow it again down to specific interests. Well, let's say you're a pet store and you only want people with pets to see your post, then you can put that in as an interest. If you're a mechanic, you may only want people who are interested in cars to see your post. Put that in as well. And whenever you do advertise, you put your dollar amount in, and Facebook will immediately tell you the approximate range of people that will actually see that post. And these are not people who are already friendly with your page. These are people who aren't friendly with your page. So these are all really important things when it comes to getting people to see your Facebook posts and driving them back to your website. Anyway, that's been some more insider information on advertising. I'm David Council from Inferno Marketing and Design. I look forward to talking to you again in the very near future.